Hey, what's up? My name is Daniela and today we are talking about my April reading plans. So I don't usually do monthly TBRs, but I only use them when I'm participating in readathons, and I happen to be participating in 2 readathons in April. I'm participating in Magical Readathon and also Disability Readathon in April. I have to say it was a bit of a challenge to combine the prompts and come up with my TBR so that I can participate in both of the readathons, but that's part of why I love readathons, the fun of coming up with a TBR, and yeah, I think it came out pretty well. So let's go through my Magical Readathon reading first. There's quite a lot more structure in that readathon, and I will also mention when a book also counts for the Disability Readathon, and then I will also talk about Disability Readathon in more detail after that. So Magical Readathon is a readathon hosted by G from Book Roast, and basically it's a whole magical world where we go to this school and we pick our chosen careers, and we are giving prompts and we can fulfill the prompts by reading certain books, and that way we can pass the subjects that we need for our careers. So there is a lot of world building to this readathon, but I haven't participated since 2020, since this new world was created, and I just want to take it very easy because I have to say I'm not super into like creating my own character and stuff like that. So basically I just wanted to pick a career and do the prompts, read the books. I have sorted myself into a guild, like a group, so I am in the House of Arcane, but otherwise I might take it very easy and just read the books, fulfill the prompts, have the fun with it. So I have picked a career of a bard because I love music and I wanted something a bit more fun, something that I don't have to read like all of the books for. So the prompts I need to fulfill are Art of Illusion, which means distance manipulation, book we already planned for this month. And for this prompt I have chosen the group book for the Disability Readathon because I am planning to read it this month, and that is the Anti-Herbalist Manifesto by Tiffany Yu. So it is a non-fiction book, and the title and subtitle usually tells you pretty much what the book is about. So the subtitle says smashing stereotypes, forging change and building a disability inclusive world. Then my next prompt is spells and incantations, and the spell is copy paste. So a word from your last book title should be in the book that you choose for this prompt. And so there are several ways to do this. You can either do this that you pick up the book from the last book that you're reading in April, or also G said that you can use the book that you're reading while the announcement went up. And this worked out well for me because when the announcement went up, I was reading Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Renee Lodge. And so for this prompt, I am choosing What White People Can Do Next from Allyship to Coalition by Emma Dabiri. So this has the phrase white people in both of those books. Emma Dabiri is the author of Don't Touch My Hair, which I haven't read, but Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe has been recommending this book as the book to read on this topic. So yeah, I've been meaning to read it and it aligned pretty well for this prompt. Next subject I need to pass is inscription, and this is the hook. First sentence challenge. So pick 3 books, read the first sentence and decide which one is the best. So for this challenge I have chosen 3 young adult books, and they all have some disability representation in them. And so the choice will be between Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. Then I also have the Queens of Geek by Jen Wild, and then I also have Sick Kids in Love by Hannah Moskowitz on my Kindle. So let's look at the first sentences and pick up the best one. Okay, let's start with Queens of Geek. So the first sentence is, this is it, you guys, I say as we approach. Wow, that's not saying much, is it? Let's do Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute next. Ooh, that's a glossary. We're going to skip that. And then the first sentence says, it's the first day of school and I'm already being forced to socialize. Wow, that's a bit better. So there's some kind of like questionnaire at the beginning. So it's like, what's your favorite place in New York? The High Line. I guess we're going to skip that and go like to the actual first sentence of chapter 1. And it says, hospital should be a setting on white noise machines. So I didn't really fall in love in any of those first sentences, but I guess that Sick Kids in Love had the best first sentence, and also it's been on my e-reader for way too long, so I guess we're picking that. And yeah, if I have time in the month, I might still pick up the other ones as well. So our main character has rheumatoid arthritis and she doesn't want to date, but then she meets a boy and he's also disabled. And I think this book kind of wants to go against the grain of Sick Kid Lit. And it even says on the cover that they don't die in the end, so that's good to know. The next subject I need to pass is lore, and it is The Song of Ages, musical term in title. And for this I have chosen Noteworthy by Riley Redgate. So this is a young adult story about a main character named Jordan. She's in school for performing arts, but she hasn't been able to land good roles in musicals that she wants to star in because her singing voice is quite low. So she ends up dressing as a boy and joining this all-male a cappella band. So it is a coming-of-age story with figuring out your identity, some gender talk, some art circles talk, I can imagine. And yeah, I can't wait to read it. Next subject is Restoration, Uncommon Antidotes. And that is a book with 4+ star average rating, and for this one I have chosen Death of the Author by Nnedi Okorafor. The ratings might change obviously, but as of now it still has above 4 of average rating on Goodreads, and this is a kind of, I guess, contemporary / sci-fi book about a Nigerian American main character. And at the beginning of the book she gets fired from her job and her novel gets rejected, and she decides that she will write something that is out of her usual writing, and it is a novel about AI. And then I guess somehow the realities start to mesh, and the main character is disabled. She is quadriplegic, so it counts for the disability readathon as well. So those are the prompts for my calling, but then I also decided to go for an extra one, and that is the Leyline Train Conductor, because that just sounds so fun. And for this we need to read a book with train in the title or on the cover, and G specifically said that the word train can be like in any form and any meaning. So I ended up choosing How to Train Your Dragon by Cressida Cowell for this one. I've never seen the movie, and I just thought that it could be good to have some quick middle grade fun read on my TBR as well, so that's what I'm reading for that one. So that's the Magical Readathon portion of my April reading, and now let's talk about Disability Readathon. So it is hosted by Erin from the channel From Erin's Library, also by Anna from Anna G, and also by Lily, who I don't think is on booktube. The point of the readathon is to read books or consume media by disabled creators. I will link the announcement videos, and there is also a whole website with all of the prompts, all of the info and resources you might need, so I will link that in the description. So this is a chill readathon, so you can just participate by reading books or consuming media by disabled creators, but if you want the extra challenge, there are also some prompts. So I'm going to be mentioning the prompts that, if everything goes to plan, I should fulfill them. So the first prompt is, as I've already mentioned, there is a group book that we will be reading, and that is the Anti-Ableist Manifesto by Tiffany Yu. So that's a prompt I assume that I will hit. Then the next prompt is watch a movie, miniseries or documentary featuring disabled actors. And for this, Erin mentioned some things in her announcement video that I wrote down, and that is Crip Camp on Netflix, and also a romance that is called Good Bad Things. So I currently have Netflix on pause, but I might unpause to watch these. Then the next prompt is to read a poetry collection, and for this I'm planning to read Perseverance by Raymond Antrobus, and this is a British Jamaican poet who is deaf, and this poet has also been very much recommended by Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe. So yeah, I've been meaning to read more poetry, but somehow I never do, so I ordered this one and I will check off this prompt. Next prompt is to watch a video about assistive technology. So I don't have anything written down for this, but it shouldn't be hard to find something on YouTube, so that should be pretty easy. Then we have listen to or read the transcript of a podcast about disability. So again, Erin mentioned some podcasts in her video, so I wrote down and saved The Accessibility Stall by Kyle Karadurian and Emily Ladau. Then we have Disability Visibility Podcast by Alice Wong, and then also Erin and Lily, the hosts, have a podcast that is called Everything You Know About Disability Is Wrong. So those are the podcasts that I might be checking out. Next prompt is follow a YouTube disabled content creator on social media and share one of their posts. Again, shouldn't be too hard to do. Then we have read a fantasy or sci-fi book with a disabled main character. So for this, death of the author will count. And lastly, we have read a past group book from the Disability Readathon. And for this, one of the books that was in the past group book is Disability Visibility by Alice Wong, which I have also ordered. I don't know if I will get to it, but if I do, that will also be another prompt checked off. So those are my April reading plans. Let me know if you have read any of these books, or if you are planning to join either of these readathons, or what is on your TBR for April. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!